Well, that's what we're working towards. We're content marketing.
Can I just tell you, your day has no structure?
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, the purpose of being an entrepreneur is to generate revenue.
Right.
That's one aspect of it.
No, it's the only aspect. If you don't generate revenue, it's a hobby.
Then the rest of the structure, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I struggle with exactly the same thing. So when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. But if you haven't got 9 to 10 p.m. generating revenue with a cash target associated with that, you're not an entrepreneur. You're a hobbyist.
Yeah, but you could be both. You don't need to have a clear line between it.
If you don't generate revenue, it's a hobby. It's not an entrepreneur. So
right.
I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's exactly what it is.
And you may have the target in the beginning, but you may not like make it right away, right? Like day one entrepreneur, you're going at it and you may not make it, but you're saying you have to at least have the target and know that these are the actions and the plan that
that's exactly what revenue, right? Yes. That's what I'm talking about.
Because let's say your target is to make 100,000. Then you need to be generating $400 in revenue a day.
Right.
Where's that structured into the day? Because if it ain't structured into the day, you ain't going to make 100,000.
Right. No, but I mean, we're starting to generate revenue. We are starting to generate.
It has to be structured in.
I'll actually give you an example of how it is. Here's the funny thing, because this comes down to the 7th point. There's always more to learn, because here's what happened. When me and Chris started, we were just making basic videos, with our webcam, and we didn't really know much about videos or backdrops or anything. Well, eventually I learned how to do a backdrop and how to do videos. And said, wow, that's cool. And then I saw people were creating whiteboard videos and creating animation
revenue from a lot of stuff on video.
that. And what happened was, I was on JV Zoo at the time, and I said, wow, I bet if I could learn whiteboard videos, I could make great videos for my channel and have a service. And then it took me a while. I learned some animation stuff. I showed one video to Chris. He liked it. Then we got a bunch of different little programs and learned how to create videos. And then we recently just picked up Camtasia. Now, interestingly enough, what that did with revenue is some people started liking it, and we got a little bit of money for our show. And there's a website called Fiverr where I said, hey, the skill we learned to help propel our business forward can also be marketed online. We started going on Fiverr and getting requests, and I made some money making some videos for people, writing some small articles on how to do it and showing it. It's not necessarily breaking the bank or quit your money type job. The nice thing is, it was something I sat there and said, I'm going to learn. And then I started going on different places to learn how to do it, getting different programs. Eventually I ended up, Fiverr and Upwork, and I'm like, I have a service I can legitimately offer. And to me, there's still more to learn. I'm going to tackle After Effects. I'm going to keep going till I can honestly make a video business that can help supplement this to get it to where it needs to be. So that's the revenue generating part of it.
Also, you know what, Gordon? I would love to hear your perspective on something, on this as well, because I feel where you're coming from. And like, what would you say with somebody like, there's this successful podcaster, John Lee Dumas. He has a podcast called Entrepreneur on Fire.
Yeah.
And you know him? Okay, so he puts out these reports. Right now he makes, I think, around $300,000 or $400,000 US a month, mostly generated because of his podcast. When he started it, he quit his job to do this podcast, and he worked his face off with the end goal, the focus, the belief that it would pay off. But he was working his face off every day, had a new episode released day in, day out, 7 days a week, and didn't monetize until the better part of a year. So how does the structure fit in that? We're just curious, and would just love your take on somebody like that.
So you've got to have that view, I think, of, are you in it to make money, and at what point
Right.
do you break even?
And we do have that, and that's why we do make videos. We're getting into making videos for big name companies. We're sponsored by the Marketers Cooperative. Once that Bruce Bates is the president, he sponsored our show. He's rebuilding the cooperative, and we're going to be getting our names and our skills in front of big name companies to be producing videos for their business, their product, or their service. So that's where the money part of it comes in. Our YouTube channel, the more videos we make, the better the quality of the content, the better the presentation. We're going to be getting paid from that as well as when we get our books published that we've written too. So the revenue is coming later. We are building the foundation right now. The revenue will come later. And I have no problem with that. I have no problem with the money starting to come in after we make all of this effort and produce the means to earn the revenue. And that's exactly what we're doing.
But that has to be included in the vision.
Of course it does. It is. Absolutely.
I wouldn't say like I'm doing it just so. We're doing it to create videos, and it's something we're inspired by. But I know in the back of my mind that there's more to learn every day. And once I learn the right techniques, the right skills, and I keep going at it, find the right people, eventually it will start to create money in the sense of I can leave my job, I can do what I need to do. And it's made a little bit here and there. But for when it started out, I have certain goals. I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and do this much this month, this much this month, and see where it goes. I'm going to try and create.
We have made some pretty good money doing videos for people and for different products and stuff like that. But our main goal, one of our main goals, is to be published authors, which we're working towards, as well as our YouTube channel gaining viral status. So we're working very hard for that as well. We're also teaching a class through Pay Me What I'm Worth, which is a personal development program that Kareem is certified in. I'm earning my certification, and we're getting paid from that as well. So there is revenue there. We're just not at the point yet where we can quit our jobs, Gordon. That's all.
So hopefully that clarifies it. But basically, because it is coming up at the...
So I think... I feel like I'm being a little bit aggressive over this, but
not at all.
It's not my intention. But I think when we talked earlier about the quality of cartoons with South Park and the like, I think once you start thinking about where's the money going to come from, that actually hones your mind into thinking about, so what is it that I need to improve?
Oh yeah, we're constantly thinking of ways to improve everything. Always.
Not to improve, but the improvements that will lead to more revenue. Because
I think another thing you're focused on, what my business coach always taught me, is what is a profit-producing activity?
Yeah.
Is the activity you're doing busy work, or is it actually going to produce a profit? And I think this goes to even I think it's a perfect tie-in to the beginning of this, where Gordon was talking about the quality of cartoons, right? What's the end result? Sometimes putting all that extra paint and all that extra effort, making it look pretty, is not conducive to profit producing, right? And so I think that answers the John Lee Dumas question too. He wasn't making money right away, but it was still a profit producing activity.
Yeah.
So it was tied to that. Would you agree?
Because it paid off eventually, and that's exactly, we know everything we're doing will bring the results we're looking for.
Yeah. And honestly, I sat there and I said, I want to, me and Chris talked about, we need more views and more subs. And I started saying, okay, let me see how people like content. And I got some people, I started commenting on some people's stuff because I talked to a marketing expert, the same guy with the marketing co-op, Bruce. And he said, do some comments on people's videos. And they started saying, we like the content. I said, okay, I'm going to get a budget for AdWords.
Yeah, we're going to start paying for
that.
advertising.
I'm going to start finding ways to get the video shared more. I'm going to make better thumbnails. I'm going to make a lot of, not extremely crazy things like putting paint everywhere.
Can I say something? I mean to interrupt. I just want to say something really because it just came to mind just now. Have you guys been trying to stream this also on like YouTube at the same time while you're doing it? Like,
you can't do it with Zoom. You can't do that.
There's no way of doing that, eh?
No,
Okay.
there is not, because when we used Google Hangouts and streamed live, the audio and video quality was atrocious.
There's a way to do it. I'm going to get a hold of Christian. He was the guy that was able to help us do it. Well, he's helped another team do it anyway. With Zoom, they use Zoom, and they also stream it on YouTube, and the audio quality and all that stuff. He does it all through some, I don't even know how he does it. He's just able to, so let me see if I can get a hold of him and see if we can sort something out. Maybe he can help out with you guys on that.
That would be really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be really good, because that would be able to, people would just be able to send everybody to YouTube as well to listen in on what's being said on the panel, right? So
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Wallace is also somebody who's generating revenue for us as well. So he's been investing in us too. So with what he's got going on, which is really nice that we have all these people supporting us and willing to invest in us for our
Hey,
content.
Chris, I'm just wanted to.
Gentlemen, can
I
I just,
got it soon.
I have to leave you, but it was great to listen to you.
All right,
Just-
Calvin, thank you
It was
guys
great.
for being here
Thank
tonight. I guess we'll
Thank you.
wrap it up. So I want to thank Gordon Treadgold, Calvin Wayman, Mr. Solom from Norway, Michael Wallace, Francis Richardson, Bill Maybauer, and Marcia Sortino, and my co-host, Mr. Kareem Mays. We will see you guys next week.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.